Hello and welcome to I Can't Say It, day 211? I think it is. Whew. Getting up there, almost into the 300s. Not really. Still got a long ways to go. Today is July 31st, which, as my wife reminded me, is the 31st of the month. And for those of you that have visited Baskin-Robbins in the past, Baskin-Robbins has a discount on the 31st of each month if there is a 31. There was a time when it was like $1 a scoop, and then $1.31, and now it's 31% off. So the cost is like $2 and something cents. Oh well, it's still a reason to go to Baskin-Robbins and just have a little scoop of ice cream. And today, my wife had Winter White Chocolate, and I had Love Potion 31. Winter White Chocolate is for wintertime. Love Potion is for Valentine's Day. And we're at the end of July, and Baskin-Robbins still has these flavors. They either had too many of them, or people aren't eating them enough. But either way, they're some of our favorite flavors, and so we are happy that they are still in stock. If they didn't have those flavors, there were plenty of other choices to choose from. But they had the flavors that we were looking for, so we are very happy about that. I don't recall if I took my weight today. I think it's still 265, which is okay. Planning something big for next week. We'll let you know how that goes to see if that might help with the weight loss. We all know what this piece of paper is. It's me going through some of Aesop's fables. The fir tree and the bramble yesterday didn't quite get, but then it might be that there's more to the story than just the paragraph that's here. So I'm going to talk about the gnat and the bull. A gnat settled on a bull's horn. After a while, the gnat asked the bull, "Do you mind if I go now?" The bull replied, unconcerned, "It's all the same to me. I didn't notice you when you came, and I won't notice you when you've gone." And the moral of the story is, don't overestimate your own importance. So in other words, the gnat was thinking it was important, and the bull didn't really care. Why should they? Should I read another one? Just have fun with this one. Called The Slave and the Lion. A slave escaped, and here, I'll just block the video so you can't see what I'm looking at. A slave escaped and sought refuge in the wilderness, where he hid in a cave, which happened to be a lion's lair. When the lion returned, the shocked slave expected the worst, but the lion meekly offered him an injured paw. The slave removed a thorn, and the lion and he became great friends, sharing the cave for same breath. Makes you wonder if the bottom part of this got cut off. And of course, the moral is, good deeds are rewarded. Though not necessarily in the way that we might expect, but yes, good deeds really are rewarded. I guess the double negative is, no good deed goes unrewarded, which is a little confusing if you get to sort of block out the double negatives, and what's remaining is what's to be said. We should come up with that same theme song. Nope. You gotta wonder if they cut these intentionally and shaved them. As I told you in a previous episode, this was a gift, a sort of a musical instrument I purchased in Africa. And I know Africa is a continent, so let's be more specific. It was purchased in Zimbabwe. Ooh, they just had their elections today, and they aren't going to have the results, I think, until Saturday. But it's an interesting chance. Mugabe is no longer running for president. He's been kicked out of office, and so other people are running, and it's a different kind of mood in Zimbabwe today. Or not today, but they had I think the elections were on Tuesday. No, Monday. And so they have until Saturday to certify them. And who knows what's going to happen when they elect a new president, whether they're going to help turn around their country. It's kind of funny, but when you actually have been to the country and you hear about it on the news, it makes it a little bit more interesting to pay attention to, because you can say to yourself, I've been to Zimbabwe, I know a little bit about the country, I've seen it, I've seen its people, and I know that they're actually pretty good people. Yeah, I was able to go with Professor Jeff Fadiman from San Jose State University back in 2004. I think it was 2004. We had the chance to go to Zimbabwe and Botswana and Zambia, and we spent about a week and a half in Africa. It was actually a fun trip. I picked back up some souvenirs, met some nice people, saw lots of animals. Gotta tell you, that is probably one of the trips of a lifetime. Something totally worth doing. Yes, you had to have 4 shots to get there, and that was fine. Plane fare was... Things were a lot cheaper back then. It seemed like prices have gone up significantly, that when I took my first trip overseas to Iceland, it was a lot less expensive than it is now. So prices have gone up, which makes it harder for people to get over there. People are making more money now, but the people that need to get out and about so that to learn something of the world don't have that opportunity, and so it's kind of a shame. Because, you know, to quote Sarah Jane Smith in Doctor Who, I forget the exact series, it's a Tom Baker one, when she leaves because the Doctor gets called back to Gallifrey. She says to the Doctor, travel really does broaden the mind. And you got to admit that it does. Because when you hear people talking about these other countries and the people that are in them and the way things are going, that, you know, it'd be nice to have some sort of point of reference. So I think right now I'm up to about 30 countries that I've been to. And I hope to add more to that. So we shall see about that. That's something to look forward to. Okay, so I'm coming up on the 8-minute mark, and I don't know that I got anything more to say to you, except happy birthday, Harry Potter, which turns out to be the same birth date as J.K. Rowling, the writer of the Harry Potter series. So happy birthday to J.K. Rowling as well. And with that, I'm going to wish you all a pleasant evening and see you tomorrow.